If you think you are done being scared about paranormal things, check this video out. Do you know where Satan lives? I mean, he's right under our radar and we do not know. Check out this clip to get the exact location as given in the Bible.
Did you know that they may have just exposed Satan's city? What's even more crazy is there's people living there right now and it's not hell. Whilst addressing a church in Revelation chapter 2 verse 13, Jesus exposes the city of Satan. Watch this. Jesus says, I know where you live, a place where Satan sits enthroned. And he says that same place is where his faithful witness Antipas died. Saint Antipas was martyred by being burnt in a bronze bull in Geneva, Switzerland. Like, this literally happened under the rule and reign of Nero. And you're never gonna guess what's happening in Geneva, Switzerland right now. It's home to an organization called CERN, whose, logo just happens to be 666. And their goal in life is to develop a machine that can actually tear a hole between the natural and supernatural realm. And they just made a discovery of something called the God particle, but that's a video for another time. Subscribe now if you love Jesus.
This homeowner thought it was an animal getting into his garden in the middle of the night, but he would get to realize that it was more than that. In this next clip, you would not believe that these events actually happened. Check it out.
You won't believe these things actually happened. Violet Jessup was a nurse and ocean liner stewardess who gained the nickname Miss Unsinkable due to her remarkable survival of 2 shipwrecks. In 1912, she was aboard the Titanic when it met its infamous end. And then in 1916, she was on the sister ship, the Britannic, which suffered a similar fate. Jessup was also reported to have been on a 3rd ship, the Olympic. In Edgar Allan Poe's 1838 novel, The Narrative of Arthur Gordon Pym of Nantucket, a 4-member crew becomes stranded at sea without food or water. To stay alive, the crew makes the difficult conclusion to resort to cannibalism. To determine who would be sacrificed, they used a method of drying straws. Tragically, the character selected and ultimately consumed was named Richard Parker. In 1884, a real ship became stranded at sea and one of its crew members, Richard Parker, became sick after drinking salt water. Faced with extreme desperation, the rest of the crew made the difficult decision to unalive and eat Parker before his condition worsened from disease. And that is why
You think you have seen a lot of creepy videos on the internet, right? Well, check this clip out. You would not see anything more creepy than this on the internet today. Okay, so how do we explain why this bicycle is cycling itself? There's got to be some logical explanation, right? This has got to be plain sorcery. That is the better way to explain all actions in the video.
Yo ho, all hands, hoist the colors high. Heave ho, thieves and beggars, never
starts out as fun and it suddenly becomes pure horror when one of the figures moves. Not so fun anymore, is it?
Okay, you can do this, just ignore the statues, they're not demons, it's fine. You got this, you got this. Oh god. Oh god. You're not gonna come alive, right? Right? You're all just standing and chilling, right? Right? It's fine. This is fine. Just a few demons, it's fine. Oh cool, they reflect in that. That's cool, that's cool. This is fine. I'm fine. It's fine.
What would you do if you were taking a night drive and suddenly you notice that there is something standing in front of you and it is a ghost? What's the next move? Focus on the curtain. When she places the camera on the curtain, what do you see?
Right, so the entity, he keeps messing around in the bathroom. What the fuck is that? I don't even want to fucking go in there anymore. Let's see this like. He keeps on turning on the tap. This is the third time it's happened now. Oh, not that side, hold on. Right, so I'm going to put the camera in the top corner of this cabinet. I've got to move the mirror out of the way and turn it around. See if it captures anything else. I can't really see the screen though, because it's really small. What's that? I swear I can see something moving. Fuck that! No! Oh my god. I'm gonna have to open the curtain, hold on. Okay. Let me open this. See? Nothing there. Never is. And yeah.
This kid acts like he sees Jesus, and there is something quite believable about his claim. Check out this next clip.
God really saw me.
Just do Bible signs on him, so don't just gonna.
It's not how he looks. I go to St. Philip Church. That's not how he looks in there. He has like a beard. He doesn't have long hair. He has short hair. His eyes were the most beautiful things I've ever seen. Mom, if you've seen that, if you would have saw them, you would have said they were beautiful, more beautiful than mine. And his lips, they're never chapped, he said. No. It even happens, like your lips are just perfect. His lips were perfect. His lips were perfect. And Mom, he said that the reason you went through so much when you were little, he said it's because that's why the way you are today. He said that's why you are so good at what you do today. He said that your kids are like you because of you. He said that they're going to grow up to be just like you. And he said that me, I'm going to make you very proud. You okay? Yeah, I'm perfect.
When you hear that these persons would be released from prison soon, you can only hope that prison did something about reshaping who they are.
People who will be released from prison soon. Luis Alfredo Garabia. He killed and kidnapped over 200 kids. He will be released in 2023. Yolanda Saldivar.
I don't need a lot, coffee's only a dime.
She killed Michael Muskinson. She will be released in 2025.
In this next clip, you would get to witness firsthand the confession of a killer named Nanny Doss.
I am Nanny Doss. I was known as the Giggling Granny because I seemed harmless and sweet, but the truth is, I was a serial killer. I was responsible for the deaths of 4 of my husbands, 2 of my children, my mother, my sister, and my 2 grandsons. I used various methods to kill them, such as poisoning them with arsenic, rat poison, or sometimes even boiling water. My first husband, Charlie Braggs, died after just a few months of marriage. I poisoned him with rat poison, as I had grown tired of his abusive behavior. I then went on to marry and kill 3 more husbands, Robert Harrelson, Richard L. Morton, and Samuel Doss. With each of these men, I used a different method of poisoning. In addition to my husbands, I also killed my 2 middle daughters, Melvina and Florine. I gave them a concoction of rat poison and crushed glass, claiming it was medicine to make them feel better. They died in agony. I also killed my mother, Louisa, with arsenic, and my sister, Dovey, with rat poison. My crimes were finally uncovered after the suspicious death of my 5th husband, Samuel Doss. A doctor who had attended to one of my previous victims reported me to the authorities, and I was arrested in 1954. I confessed to all of my crimes and was sentenced to life in prison.
They dropped something down the drain, but they were definitely not expecting what they would pick up on their camera.
Disturbing videos on the internet, part 2. These guys dropped something down the grate and you won't believe what they caught on camera.
You would revere this priest more highly than you would have on a normal day when you get to see what he captured in the church.
Well, hey everybody, Pastor Aaron here. It's my pleasure just to announce that this Sunday will be open. Okay, we've been trying to do this announcement several times today already, and 3 times that podium back there has fallen over on its own, and it's stable. I mean, it's not wobbly at all. It's kind of like that podium has been wobbling. Okay, so we checked the vent. There's a vent there that is not an air duct that has any forced air at all, so it can't be wobbling from that. There's absolutely no breeze in here. You can see by the banner there. There's no air conditioning. It's these things. They're off. I don't know. So I'm just gonna sit here and watch it for a little bit, and we will. I'll see if it does it again. Ooh, that thing's moving. That hasn't been moving. That's new. Seriously, nothing else. There's no breeze. It's moving again. Good grief.
He shows in the shadows, but when he comes closer, the figure of the man standing disappears.
I can see you, man. Get out of here. What do you think, I'm stupid, huh?
With this video, you would agree that a lot of creepy things are going on in the world.